right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the red, in the bottom right-hand corner, is Revenant, and in the upper left, and then run away. That's about all it does. Acolytes are very one-dimensional here, so we'll see if he's going to be able to pull this creep camp. Yes, he will. He's going to try to drag it over here to this Voodoo Lounge. Oh, he's going to get denied, but he does actually force a cancel on damage thanks to its ability to critical strike, but oh, creep jack, he's going to go in for it, gets the last hit with a 40 damage crit. Oh my goodness. Very strong kind of burst once this Blade Master does reveal himself. Now, whenever your units glitch out like that, you can kind of tell, wait a second, there's a Blade Master near here, and actually going for a bunch of harassment. It's so difficult to deal damage to the Blade Master because you know he can just turn back invincible once again. There's a little bit of extra frost armor. The Revelation coming in, and unfortunately, the Blade coming out there as well. It is going to be that Shadow Hunter. So healing waves and maybe a few wards out there later on. Oh man, let's watch this Blade Hunter. It's getting slowed out a little bit by that frost armor, but it's not really going to stop it or scare it away too much. Taking a little bit of damage from these fiends here. I think he can just come back and forth and back and forth. He's looking for the last hit. Oh, he doesn't go for it. If he had, he might have been able to get it because of the death coil coming in a little bit too early, but oh, he's going to shrug that off and force the immediate there now. So it's supposed to keep players from trying to fight over them from latency because they can be a very impactful early unit. Oh man, now there's actually they're actually on the destroyer. This is so huge. Oh my god, this is actually the most impactful moment of the game. The Obsidian statue is going to get taken down, and that's such a huge unit. It gives area of effect healing or mana regeneration based on the mode that it's switched in. Man, it's just not going to be the best unit, or it is the best unit basically to pick off. Death Coil coming forward is actually going to heal up that Crypt Fiend to keep it from getting killed there momentarily. A nice Cyclone is going to lift the Blade Master on up, and going for a surround, but does this really matter all that much? I think you just try to get the healing coming through, and he squeaks through! How does he escape these 100 damage crits? Are just coming one after another after another. One more last hit, and there it goes, starting it off with a 70 damage crit. Once again, focusing these Obsidian statues. They are so huge. You cannot afford to lose them, especially for free. Oh man, Raiders, they're just inserting everything out on the map. It's just such a difficult unit to deal with early on, especially when you've been set behind early on. You can't afford to be forced to fight there. That's such a great way that we're seeing Revenant kind of take control of this game little bit by little bit. Blade Master level 3. Can't see exactly what he's skilled, so I won't know what he's putting his points into unless I'm just totally oblivious. Yeah, that would be good information to have, but unfortunately, I do not. But let's keep an eye. Whoa! What is that? Is that a Pit Lord? A Lord of the Pits? I would just never have seen that or expected to see that. So there's a couple of things that you can do as an orc. You can try to just go with your racial heroes, but in general, getting a anything like a Dreadlord or I guess a Crypt Lord next. I mean, Crypt Lord, you just barely ever see it, and Dreadlord can be a little bit cheesy with sleep, but we're seeing a Pit Lord, and I don't really know when the last time I saw one of these was, because it is just not that common to see at all. But it does a metric ton of damage. That's a ton with an E. That's how much it does. And look at it being stomped by that Tauren Chieftain. A third hero coming out here for our Orc player Revenant as well. Lots of crowd control and just so much damage. There's another stomp. Getting the crowd control that he needs, continuing to push this undead army back. A low health grunt in the back. Is that going to go down here? The Destroyer making short work of everything that he can. This is such a close fight, but I think actually SwordPuppy might be turning this. The Kodo Beast in the back is being targeted. It's being chased. It's one death coil away. Is it going to be able to get out of range quickly enough? I think the answer is yes. I guess not enough mana there on that Death Knight. Actually, yes, he does have enough. I'm waiting for the cooldown and actually using it to save his own unit instead of targeting one of his opponents. Trying to get away. He's got a low health Fiend there, so maybe that's going to be the target. Just such a big deal because he crept the mercenary camp really uncontested, and now he's going to get a free TP away. This is a very big moment here for SwordPuppy, and actually maybe even the final fight of the game. Look at that, the chain heal is going to come through. The Raiders in the back, but look at that, the Shadow Hunter very, very low. He is going to get healed up at the last second. Back in the back. The Soapy Master will be regenerating mana through this entire thing. The Pit Lord getting the experience he needs, but look at that huge stomp coming in from the Tauren Chieftain, and a nice consumed there by the Kodo Beast up in the front, but he's getting targeted down. He goes down and frees the Fiend inside. The Frostworm continues to deal damage throughout all of this, but everything else is dropping on the ground. And right before that Frostworm falls, a similar buff, an item buff. So you could get the Kodo War Drums, but then you also had an actual Kodo, and all of that would buff your units. Well, can't stack that anymore with this new patch, so they're not quite as good. But hey, look at this. It's actually a huge stomp coming through from that Tauren Chieftain. Keeps those Fiends still for basically forever. And actually, we're seeing the addition of these Taurens in there, even without their master upgrade. The Pit Lord going down, though, is such a big moment as Revenant routes the undead army. They might even pick off this destroyer in the air. It does go down. Chain Heal will keep too much more, or rather allow the rest of Revenant's army to keep the chase on. Fiend dropping low. Will it be taken out? Yes, it will. Can't burrow anymore. Scan comes through, and another huge Tauren Chieftain taunt. The Death Knight being focused. Focused down. It's going to get the invul coming through and allow it to stay alive, stay in the fight a little bit longer. That doesn't last forever, and indeed, there is the Hex. The damage coming through, the last hits, come on! And that is a dead Death Knight. GG, well played from SwordPuppy, and Revenant will claim victory in game number 2. Congratulations to Revenant after a